Welcome to this very segment here. This part here, and just advocating as an activist concerning division in Nigeria. Far back, October 1st, 1960, Nigeria became the independent. The country were known by three parts: the Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. And that's all people know about Nigeria. It is not only these three tribes mentioned, there's a lot of them. Tribes, when they ask you where you're from Nigeria, the first thing they would think you're Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. And if you're not one of those tribes, that means they tell you're not from Nigeria. Of which the people from the central Nigeria, like from Benue to Kaduna, Plateau, Kogi, Kwara. Olden days when we have 19 states, but today we have about 36 states in Nigeria. And into this, we believe in a different religion, doctrine. Nigeria, for a long time, battling issue of religion. The people from the Middle Belt were not kind of voice out their opinion, but it come to the point right now whereby people are trying to say we divide the country, one division. Yeah, I understand that. We see lion cubs, they were born, they all play together, we eat together, but as soon as they grow up, everyone defend his or her territory, which is the life worth. You're born in a family, suddenly you will leave your family and be independent of yourself, of which. So, it comes to the point, the religion segment, and everybody wants to be on their own. But due to some of uncompromised, unfold issue, they are now agitating to divide the country into 3 parts, 4 parts, or even more than that. The voice of Middle Belt, which is VOMB, voice of Middle Belt. Middle Belt were so quiet, they really don't argue, say we belong to Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, because they never ever conquer the Middle Belt. The colonization of Nigeria, the British conquer the Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, and that's what all they know. And not knowing that, the Middle Belt, the central Nigeria, they have their own tribes and beliefs, and it's the way they approach things is totally different from the northern part, southern part, eastern part, or western part, or south side. But come to this very point of the country having an issue of inflation, killing, kidnapping, terrorizing, Boko Haram, and all this going on. So people have tried to say, yeah, we want to have our own country. So it is now the Middle Belt indigenes are trying to voice out their point, because somebody like me travel a little bit around the world, and the Middle Belt distinguish our faces by kind of a mark, not mark the accent of the southern, the accent of the eastern, western, the northern. It's totally different. But how do you identify the accent of the Middle Belt indigenes? They really don't have time to argue that I belong to Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. Oh, they are so excited to welcome the eastern part, western part, the northern part, the southern part. In the open market, they trade together. They really don't have time saying, I belong Only those who travel from the southern part, eastern part, western part, northern part to the central Nigeria, where the capital of Nigeria, Abuja, today. And they start to discover the people in this area, they are not Hausa, no Igbo, no Yoruba, but they have their own tribes. So the Middle Belt indigenes, they don't argue saying we are not Hausa, we are not Yoruba, we are not Igbos. They don't have time for this. They mind their way of life just to be oneness, togetherness. That is the real spirit of Middle Belt massive in Nigeria. Now, when people are starting to having this issue due to inflation, massive genocide, killing, terrorizing, Boko Haram, kidnapping, bandits, and all that, now it comes to the point that everybody is agitating to have their own country. They're agitating to share the country into so many 4-part, 3-part, I don't know. So, I remember General Yakubu Gowon, who lead the country as a military head of state, 1967 to 1973. He and brother Odemegu Ojukwu were in the same battle, saying of their place called Biafra. And Yakubu Gowon would say we should go on with one Nigeria, of which is up to this time.
At 40 minutes past 4 p.m. today, Nigerian time, Africa's worst war came to an end, that between Nigeria and breakaway Biafra. Major General Philip F. Young, left in charge of Biafra when General Ojukwu fled Sunday, announced the end on Radio Biafra, a mobile radio station. He appealed to the federal Nigerian leader, General Gowon, for a ceasefire to negotiate a settlement within the framework of a united Nigeria. The war has lasted 2.5 years. Around 2 million people have died. The peril that remains now is starvation of 4 million Biafrans or slaughter by federal troops.
We have fought a long, bitter battle, and it has ended in a victory for common sense, victory for the unity of this country. And we have got cause to thank all the people of this country for what they have done to help to keep this country one. But I think above all, the gallant officers and men who had given their lives that this nation might live. And we have with us today Colonel Obasanjo, and unfortunately the other field commanders are not able to be with us at this moment. But we have Colonel Obasanjo, who is the commander of 3 Marine Commando, who had been able to capture a number of senior secessionist officers, and he had brought them to Lagos to see us in order to let us have their acceptance of the spirit of one Nigeria.
To formally give up secession and report for reappointment and redeployment. Philip Effiong.
Your Excellency.
Glad to see you again.
My pleasure.
How are you?
Very well indeed.
Glad to see you again. Thank you.
Patrick Amadi.
How are you?
Excellency.
Glad to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Glad to see you again.
It's an experience.
Honestly. Glad to see you again.
And I would like, therefore, to take this opportunity to say that I, Major General Philip Effiong, officer administering the government of the Republic of Biafra, now wish to make the following declaration. That we affirm we are loyal Nigerian citizens and accept the authority of the federal military government of Nigeria. That we accept the existing administrative and political structure of the Federation of Nigeria. That any future constitutional arrangement will be worked out by representatives of the people of Nigeria. that the Republic of Biafra hereby ceases to exist.
It is a democracy. Let them make their views known, but let us make sure that they can express their wish, their desire, but let them remember, with Biafra, it is finished. I don't think it is any threat. And I have said, if there is anything of the sort anywhere in any part of the country, just like the problem of Boko Haram, we should deal with it, Nigerians should deal with it in a matured way. Now, I can assure you, I wish I can meet some of those young people. Well, I did, when I went to give a lecture at the Odumigo Ojuku's university, the old Anambra State University. Yes, a lot of them, probably the Biafran ex-soldiers were there. And I can assure you, my only regret was that I did not have the opportunity to go and discuss with them as a soldier and to soldier. But it's not a question of hatred against the Igbos. No, it is just the principle of keeping Nigeria one. And that is what even my colleague, my old colleague, Odumego Ojukwu in Famen saw too. And this is all that we're trying to do. It is not because of hatred. And that is the reason why at the end of the war, in order to make sure that there is no hard feeling, we use the expression, no victor, no vanquish.
But things get so sour in Nigeria today. We have now tried to voice out, especially the middle belt, their opinion. The Yoruba want to have their own country called Oduduwa. The Igbo brother want to have their country called Biafra. And what about the Middle Belt? The Middle Belt was silent for years since the beginning of our independence, October 1st, 1960, till this 2026. And now, the Middle Belt, it has nowhere to retreat. When you be back against the world, you have to voice out. And now, and that is the point, the Middle Belt voicing out their opinion. We have our place. We belong to, now they want to invade our states. This is a point of agitating that we want to have our own country. So that is what is happening right now with the genocide kill in Nigeria, and not only Nigeria, the whole West Africa. And you can see what is happening with Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Tijani, and Goita. They unify, standing for the insurgency of genocide, killing, all those kind of religion things called jihadists. The actual Muslims, they don't have that kind of sentiment of saying religion is superior or something different from. But the jihadists were kind of formed, just tarnish the image of the real Muslims. And now the whole world started to think, oh, Muslims are violent, but due to certain part of doctrine. And that's what is happening right now, the whole West Africa. Not only West Africa, the whole Africa now are taking this part serious. That is why Captain Ibrahim Traoré and General Tijani and Goita are fighting. They unified three countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, to handle their own business, using those religions to fight each other, whereby they go around and try to take control of their land and their mineral resources. And that is what's going on today. And that is what Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso standing to cover September 2022. And that brother has been facing so many attempted coup assassination. So if you understand that piece of it, it's the same things going on in Nigeria today. By so-called Boko Haram, the terrorists, banditry. So I'm just advocating as an activist to help brothers and sisters I believe everyone has the right to practice his or her religion, but when it comes to this part of saying division, separation of a nation that were sovereignty of their own place of birth, turn it now to be in a place whereby intruder, the stranger, try to take over their land, their resources, their right, of which that is what the indigenous citizens of Middle Belt are standing up saying today. We are not Igbo, we are not Yoruba, we are not Hausa. We are the Middle Belt. We belong to somewhere kind of quiet. It becomes so illusion. One people, but different languages, but we still believe in what we believe, and not force and fight for any one religion. Believe in what you believe, practice what you practice. You decide to do with your life is left to you and the Most High God. So if your brothers are saying, oh, we want to have a Odudua country, Igbo brother who have been fighting for years, Biafra, and now nothing came out from the Middle Belt. But today, our brothers and sisters, home and abroad, the diaspora, are voicing out their opinion. The Middle Belt was silent for all these years of our independence. And British who colonized Nigeria really don't know much about the Middle Belt. They only know about the northern part, southern part, eastern part, or western part, of which some of our brothers now are stepping out to voice out. Let's take a look on this brother, what he taught as well from the Middle Belt. And let's listen to the brother.
Mass destruction, and we don't have them. And the land belongs to us. They are trying to recolonize us and take over our land. Can I rely on you to defend yourselves? Your Majesty, you heard what they said. You must then unite our people. A lot of attacks from our people. I told them to defend themselves. I didn't give them arms. I will not give you arms. Find out how these people who have it got it. Use the same means to defend yourselves. This beautiful land called Nigeria, the biggest country for black men in the whole world, is being brought to ruins by absolutely useless criminals. How did they get here? Most of them are foreigners. Of course, we know there are collaborators among them. Some of them may be even here. God Almighty that has given us this land will give us the courage to face up to our enemy and locate where he is and root him out, drive him out of the country. This we must do. Otherwise, Nigeria is finished. Thank you.
You cannot tell me today that anybody can say that somebody is kidnapped, kept somewhere, and they're using phone to negotiate with his family in this time and age. If he's sick, they even invite doctor to go and treat you, the police doesn't know where they are. Forget it.
Where we can convert the people by force. Believe and practice what you believe, and leave others to do what they want to do with their believing. No cross and fight. You can't convert people by force. You can't convert people by force. Live and let I live. The judgment is with the Most High God. Sucking up blood of the sufferer, Rastafari.
I talked about Middle Belt yesterday, and there were a lot of responses that I got from there. It shows that a lot of people in the Middle Belt are tired of the oppression, and they are ready to break out, they are ready to break forth. I can say 99.9% of every tribe in the Middle Belt, they are originally Nigerians. When you count to their 10th, 14th generations, they are Nigerians. They didn't come from Futajalon to come and oppress any tribe in Nigeria. And that is why you see that every king of every tribe in the Middle Belt, they are the original people of that place. Not a situation whereby you see an Idoma move to an Igala land and begin to oppress an Igala person, or just like Fulani move to Nigeria and wipe out and oppress Hausas. Today, all the northern governors are Fulanis. There is no Hausa person. And Hausa people are originally Nigerians, but they have been overthrown. Do you know what they used for them? They gave them religion and collected their right. They gave them religion and collected their kings. They gave them religion, collected their land, gave them religion, collected their right. And that is what they want to do to us in the Middle Belt. And we say no. No matter our religion, Middle Belt is one of the places in Nigeria that a father could be a Christian, the mother could be a Muslim. A father could be a Muslim, all the children are Christian, and they lived in peace. Because we believe in the Middle Belt that religion is between a man and his God. For example, myself, my grandfather was a Muslim. He died a Muslim. But my father and all his siblings are Christians. All of us are Christians till today. We are from Middle Belt. You understand what I'm saying? And nobody is crucified. Nobody is being persecuted for his religion, because we know in the Middle Belt that religion is between man and his God. It shouldn't affect your relationship with your brother. But it's not like that in the North. That is why we are different. In Middle Belt, we are different from the North in every aspect. Is it in education, in whatever? We are different. You talk about National Assembly. The two best Senate presidents we ever have in Nigeria are from the Middle Belt. David Mark and Senator Bukola Saraki. They are the best. So you can see the map of Nigeria and see the religious, the percentage of religion in that place. So nobody should come to the Middle Belt and try to oppress us to become Muslims or to become Christian. We have traditional worshippers in Middle Belt, we have Christian in the Middle Belt, and we have Muslim in the Middle Belt, and we live fine, we eat fine from one religion to another, we celebrate ourselves, we don't have problems. So nobody should bring his religion to the Middle Belt and think you can oppress us. When you touch an Igbo man, you have touched me. When you touch an Idoma man, you have touched me. When you touch an Igala man, you have touched me. When you touch a Yoruba man, you have touched me. When you touch an Igede person, you have touched me. When you touch a Nupe person, you have touched me. Everyone in the Middle Belt, they are first my brothers before any other tribe. That is the truth. That is the truth. And either you like it or not, because I'm hearing some comment that they are not, them, some people, they are from the Middle Belt, but they are saying they are not. See, we are not compelling anybody to be Middle Belt. Some of us that are ready to fight for our right, to fight for the Middle Belt, we are ready for it. You understand? So if you want to join Hausas, of course it's going to be a willing something. I have a lot of friends from Taraba State. Taraba State, they say if Nigeria is going to divide, they will be part of the Middle Belt. Southern Kaduna want to be part of the Middle Belt. So those of you that says you belong to Hausas, you belong to whatever, you can continue, you can go to the north, but we are Middle Belt, and we are Christians, we are Muslim, and we are traditional worshippers, and we are very proud of ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Please, if you are from the Middle Belt, I want you to share this video. And one thing I want you to do for me, I want you to list the name of the tribes you can remember in the Middle Belt for me. And I'm going to call the name of each tribe in the Middle Belt on this channel. And very soon, we'll form a forum, a youth forum, to work on the progress of Middle Belt. Thank you so much for watching. Please share this video, and I want everyone from the Middle Belt that support our agenda to like, share, drop the name of your tribe, and we'll do something about it. Thank you so much.
I'm going to tell you this to take it to the bank. That the reason why Nigerians are advocating for the division of Nigeria is nothing but purely as a result of religious fanaticism that exists predominantly in the north. Take religious fanaticism out of the north, I am telling you, the northern Nigeria becomes the best place any other human being can ever exist. But with fanaticism in the north, nothing good can ever come out of it. And I want to challenge people that will now say that it's as a result of bad governance, bad leadership. I want to tell you that bad governance and bad leadership, as far as it exists in the north, is also informed as a result of religious fanaticism. Because as it is, the clerics are actually the ones that decide who should be voted for and who should not be voted for. And it still falls back to, take it or leave it, you say some of the clerics are in bed with the politicians or whatever, but take it or leave it, even if they are in bed with the politicians or whatever, the fact is, common sense simply entails that a typical northerner should know that religious fanaticism should not be something to be entertained, whether it comes from a cleric, scholar, or a politician. So let's not downplay the reality with bad governance. The fact is, kick out religious fanaticism out of the north and everything becomes equal. Don't blame people for agitating for Middle Belt. Don't blame people for agitating for Biafra. That is just the fact. Because when you look at it now, most of these atrocities are coming from the north and is informed religiously. It's religious inclination that have made the likes of them Shegumi to advocate for pardon for people that have unalived individuals, right? And it's the same religious indoctrination that tells you that a politician is Oga, is your head, and you shouldn't actually challenge him irrespective of what he's doing. It's the same religion that have resulted to Muslim ticket. It's the same religion that have told you not to rebel in regards bad governance and a lot of it. It's the same religion that have succeeded in idolizing or criminalizing people that are not of the same religious concept. Not tribe, not tribal affiliation. Because I will tell you that as far as the North is concerned, there's no tribal discrimination that you can actually pinpoint to a reasonable extent that is what is dividing people, despite the hundreds of tribes that exist in the North. But as far as religion is concerned, religion is the major principle. And what is my advocacy? My advocacy is, I would have loved a situation I advocate, you talk, I talk, and it's going to change a lot of minds, and everybody at a point in time will come to a specific page and a point of convergence that at the end of the day, all we require is good governance. But if I must tell you the truth, I don't tire. And every other person is getting tired. And it looks as if this is a solution that is going to require my generation and the next generation and other generation. So what is my advocacy? Allow everybody with his own concept to test the test of his medicine. That is why I'm saying when people are advocating they need to go, let them go. And people that are saying everybody must stay, nah lie. And let me tell you how a fanatic typically thinks in northern Nigeria. A fanatic in northern Nigeria believes that northern Nigeria belongs to Usman Danfodio. And it belongs to other people and that they reverence so much. That this is their land to conquer, and even the nation. And if you are thinking it stops as just conquering the northern Nigeria or Nigeria, it doesn't stop there. The fact is, a fanatic believes in this general concept that the world entirely must be conquered according to his fanatic ideology. That is to tell you, it's an endless war. And me, I'm not ready for that endless war. I'll go do the one way I see result here. So any other person that is interested in giving these people a test of their medicine, I am in tune with you. I am in tune with you. Let's not be hypocritical. Just like I keep saying, I will not lie to myself. Remove religious fanaticism in the North, and the North becomes the best place, just like it used to be. But if that is not the case, let everybody test his medicine. Seriously. The fact is, all of us, nobody lives here forever. Whatever you think they inform you, now the same thing way they inform you. That same madness where you think say you can acquire as a result of religious fanaticism, myself I feel acquirer. And let's see who lives here forever. And nothing more. So sincerely speaking, just like I keep saying, I'm not an ambassador of hypocritical peace. Because when you excuse it on the part of political incompetence, the political influence is actually informed religiously. And the government of the day is doing nothing in that regard. So don't deceive yourself. Whatever it is, the concept you believe you are going to pursue to ensure that you live in peace and your next generation live in peace, pursue it. Till we see from the body language of everybody concerned and even the government that they are ready to embrace peace and let everybody live in harmony, then we can now have a different conversation. But as far as now is concerned, don't deceive yourself. Don't deceive yourself that this talk now will change everything. Now action will change something.
And you can see what is happening with Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traore, Tijani, and Goita. They unify, standing for the insurgency of genocide, killing, all those kind of religion things called jihadists. The actual Muslims, they don't have that kind of sentiment of saying religion is superior or something different from. But the jihadists were kind of formed, just tarnish the image of the real Muslims. And now the whole world started to think, oh, Muslims are violent, but due to certain part of doctrine. And that's what is happening right now. The whole West Africa, not only West Africa, the whole Africa now are taking this part serious. That is what Captain Ibrahim Traore and General Tijani and Goita are fighting. They unified the three countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. The interception of that jihadists. It's about playing a part by suscifying to get the mineral resources of the West Africa or the whole Africa to be on their own control. The colony, they knew the Africa now they are capable to handle their own business using those religion to fight each other, whereby they go around and try to take control of their land and their mineral resources. And that is what is going on today. And that is why Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso standing took over September 2022. And that brother has been facing so many attempted coup assassination. So if you understand that piece of it, it's the same things going on in Nigeria today by so-called Boko Haram, terrorists, banditry. So, brother, I'm just advocating as an activist. That is what the indigenous citizens of Middle Belt are standing up saying today. We have our own language, we have our own tribe. We are not Igbo, we are not Yoruba, we are not Hausa. We are the Middle Belts. We belong to somewhere.